Hey everybody, this is Terrence with Boykin, Realty brokered by Keller Williams, and I'm here today to answer the question, how do I keep my home and my family safe? That's a question I get a lot in this business. Two questions. One of them is, Terrence, which neighborhood is safe? What can you tell me? We'll talk about that later in the video. First, Jason White is going to tell us a little bit about keeping your family and your home safe. Just a few tips that you can do to keep everything safe. Jason, introduce yourself and tell us how we can keep our home safe.
Yeah, thank you, Terrence. I appreciate the opportunity. My name is Jason White. I work for Farm Bureau Insurance. Prior to that, I was a police officer with the Raleigh Police Department.
Nice.
Some of the things that I've seen that really help keep your home safe is, number one, you want to make sure it looks lived in, right? We want to make sure the grass is cut. We want to make sure those hedges are trimmed. We want to make sure that all those little cracks and things in the foundation are taken care of, because that's what people see when they drive by. They look at that and they see vacancy, and that's their immediate sign of this is easy access for me.
Yeah.
The other thing we want to look at is we want to make sure the home is well lit. We don't want to leave any dark spots, especially when it comes to those little corners of your house, because that's where some of your windows are, and those are easy access points for criminals. Signage, that's the other huge part. Invest in an alarm system and invest in cameras outside. I can't tell you how many times that has helped us recover property and catch criminals in the act of breaking into homes. Last part I'll say is lock your doors, keep your garage doors closed. Make sure that those simple things are done, and you will really deter a lot of crime and break-ins to your home.
Those things that you mentioned, most of them are very inexpensive. You mentioned lighting. A lot of us, when we think of lighting, we think of these expensive lawn lights that stay open all night. You don't stay on all night. You don't necessarily need that. Just a few lights, even some may be solar powered. If you position them in the right place, you'll be good. I don't know if you guys remember, but I did a video on going away for a vacation. You may want to invest in some timers for your lights in your house that even when you're home, they come on. That shows people that someone's there. Would that be a good idea?
Absolutely. I encourage that. I always did. Whether it's Lowe's, Home Depot, something to that extent. I mean, they are very, very affordable. And then they'll also keep, if you get the time ones or motion censored, it will deter people, because they'll see those lights and they will instantly, especially if they're going to your cars or if something's open, they'll go the other way.
And most of you guys know me, and I'm pretty cheap. So I might not be one that'll get a full house alarm system. I really like the idea of cameras, because that way you can protect your property, and you might have a neighbor's house that gets broken into. Your cameras might help the police find out, who broke into the neighbor's house. And if you're super cheap, go online and find some "this property protected by video camera" signs. Put them out front. Let those people know. They don't know if you don't have cameras or not. What do you think about that?
I love that idea. And signage, I used to have in the neighborhoods I patrolled, beware of dog.
Good one.
Beware of dog, or no trespassing, no soliciting, things like that. Make it so people see that this house is lived at, and people are constantly vigilant. Vigilance is the key.
Right. And I think the overall that I'm getting from this is, if your house looks well taken care of and it looks like people are there, you might have less of a chance of crime. The second question I wanted to talk about is, a lot of people ask me, Terrence, how's the crime in this neighborhood? How's the crime in Raleigh versus Garner? Well, I can't truly answer that question because of some of our North Carolina state real estate rules. I can't talk about that. But someone like Jason, who's not a realtor, but does have experience in the area and is an ex-police officer, can help my clients and potential buyers with questions like that. Would you be a good source for them to call?
Absolutely. I've worked everywhere in Raleigh, from South End to North End, and I've seen it all. I've experienced it all. So yes, I encourage you to call me, ask me questions, please. I'm a great resource because I also know a lot of law enforcement officers who are still working those streets.
Yes.
So up to date, up to time information. You might not always get that on those crime stats as real time.
Yeah.
but I still have my hooks in
Okay.
with law enforcement officers.
And one of the things Jason was telling me, crime stats might not affect your home insurance, but if you've got other things bundled with him, that might reduce some of your other insurance expenses. So that's something to think about as well when you're purchasing a house.
Absolutely.
You got anything else you want to add?
Yeah, and protecting your house, again, financially with insurance or these things, we'll give you discounts.
Excellent.
Always gives you discounts.
Yeah.
Again, we want to take on good risk. We don't want you to have to make a claim. We want you to be protected.
Got it. And for some of those people that want some discounts and want some information, what's the best way for them to get in contact with you?
You can give me a call on my cell phone. It's 919-275-1780.
Say it again slower so I can hear.
Oh, yeah. 919-275-1780. You can also reach me at my email. It's Jason, JASON.white@ncfbins.com.
And I know you guys have been laughing at it through this whole video with our purple on. So Barney 1, Barney 2, we're out. See ya.